this video may help you decide where you want to do RV transport or not. What's going on, everybody? Alrighty, today I want to go over a few things. I got my handy dandy notebook, got my thinking cap on, but I just want to go over a few things about RV transport. I got the list here. First thing before we get started, my sandwich maker, my wife, she has put a video out of cornbread, and I will put a link down in the description of her YouTube channel, Mr.Tennessee. There's quite a few of them, so I'll put the link down to make it easier for everybody to go check out that. Her first little video she done, I'm proud of her. She's a very, very, very shy person, and she can't comment on my stuff for some reason, and I try to comment on her video and it wouldn't let me. So we're trying to still figure that out. We haven't got nowhere. She's been trying to get on the phone with Google and see if we couldn't get that Google/YouTube figured out. But if y'all go over there, and if y'all interested in seeing cornbread and some of the stuff that she might put up here and there, I don't know if she's gonna post a lot or not, but give her support, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, bell notification. I would appreciate it. I know she would. I could, y'all go down and put some comments in there. It would light her day up, especially subscribers and comments and the thumbs up. So I do really appreciate that. Now, let's talk a little bit on this RV transport stuff. All right. First one I got, get my pen back out so I can mark these out again, is fuel and loads. All right. Now, I make less money on these loads right now than I did last year. The fuel has gotten way out of hand. So if you're starting to get in RV transport, thinking about getting in RV transport, or hot shot, hauling cars, or whatever, the fuel right now is taken out of your pocket because the loads have not yet gone up. Time this video comes out, maybe the loads will, I hope, but they have not yet. So I'm still making money and I'm still happy doing what I'm doing, but the money is not as much as I made last year on pretty much the same loads that I've been hauling. Maybe, like I said, that's going to change. It could get worse, especially, if we go to war or anything like that. Fuel prices may jump up, and it may take a little longer for the loads to go up. The loads should start going up. Normally, that's how that works in trucking. Like when I own my 18-wheeler and stuff like that, and all the other little stuff I've done. But right now, the fuel cost, it does put a little pinch on the pocketbook, I just want to let everybody aware of that hopefully it gets better. I hope so, because I ordered another truck to have a spare. And when a new truck gets here, I'm probably going to deck it out and bring it out and bring the red one back home for my wife to drive, because the rims I bought are being burnt out here. You have to pretty much keep them polished all the time because of the stuff I'm running through, and I'm tired of polishing. But I was ready to take it home, polish it up, get a nice buff job and all that stuff. And the loads, like I said, hopefully they're going to go up. I can see some that are, and I guess the trick that they're doing with them right now is the areas they're having hard to run: Canada, Washington, Oregon, New York stuff. Places that are bad weather, they normally bring the prices on them up. The southern loads are down. Some loads are always going to be down though. If you want to run the Floridas and stuff like that, the small campers, they're going to be $1.48. Well, that's what they're running right now. Like I said, this could change. Depends on when you're watching this video. Because the fuel is cheaper in the South. That's what they claim. So the bigger campers, you know, they're up a little bit more than that, but you have to figure out if they're going to be worth for you to haul or not. If you live down that way, of course, you know, you can go run somewhere else and grab one and go down that way. It buys your fuel and puts a little bit of money in your pocket. But the pinch on the fuel right now, I want to put that out there, because the last thing I want to do is mislead anybody of coming to do this. I'm not pushing for nobody to come do RV transport. I'm just making videos on what I do, and hopefully it helps people out. Because I do know that when you go to orientation, it's like every company, even whenever I didn't own 18-wheelers and I drove for other companies, the big trucks, every orientation is in and out. You know, they try to push you through. There's no real going over like log books. Right now, if you're thinking about getting into it and you don't know, if you've never done log books, start asking questions. Start watching YouTube videos on it. Try to get yourself familiar with a log book, so that way, whenever you first get hit with all this, you're not overwhelmed with a log book. Go ahead and start on that now. Just go to a truck stop or something and buy some paper log books and just fiddle with them, you know, play with them a little bit to help you out. And so, and hooking up. If you've never hooked up certain kind of loads before, it's fine. There's going to be people out here that are willing to help and ask questions. There's videos out here. Whenever it warms up a little bit more, I'm going to make some more videos on how, I'm going to try to get some really good videos on how to hook up the fifth wheels, how to hook up the travel trailers, my opinion on it. I'm not perfect, I'm not right, but I'm going to do the best I can to put the information out there to help somebody else. And instead of putting it into a RV transport video, I am going to try to make a certain video just on hooking up and the things that you need to go over when you're hooking up. So that way you don't have, if you don't have time to sit here and watch the whole video, then you can go to that video and just watch it to go over it after you hook up, just to make sure that you didn't forget nothing. Now, so that's all I'm gonna say on that. And the next one I got on my list is the money, which I kind of went over that. The money is down right now on the loads. I'm still making enough money to pay my bills and everything I need to do. So I'm still surviving right now, and I'm still happy with it. Could everybody always wants to make more money. Can you make more money? Everybody wants to, but hopefully everything's going to go down and it's going to make it to where we're all making good money again. So that is on the money situation. So right now, the videos I may have put back a while ago, the same load may not pay the same now because of the fuel. It may pay the same, but the fuel, you're going to spend more money in fuel. Truck parts. You get in an RV transport, you may have to wait. If you think about breaking down, if something happens to your truck and you're down, you're at home, you get the truck home and you're looking for a part, and it might take you a couple of weeks. So keep that in mind right now. Not only the money is down a little bit and the fuel is very high, sometimes it's hard to get some of these parts for these trucks. Fuel filters and stuff like that, it's hard. Everybody's hard to keeping up, and the way that everything is shut down, it's hard to get the parts that that you may or may not need. So what I do is, on stuff I know I use regularly, like oil filters, fuel filters, the CCV filter, anything that I normally use all the time, I go ahead and whenever I go to, say, Walmart and I see the oil, I go ahead and grab a few each time I go and stack them up. That way I know I have what I need to do the service on my truck when it's time. Because the last thing you want to do is can't find filters, can't find the oil, and the last thing you want to do is switch the oil brands. Then you may wind up with leaks later on. I use mobile Delvac, and I use synthetic. I will not put a non-synthetic in the truck, because if you do, then more likely your truck's eventually going to start bringing leaks, and I don't want a leaky truck. So just be aware of that. And in my opinion, I've got a like on my how to change your oil and your fuel filter, I got the filters in the description of those videos. If you want to check them out, if it matches your truck or anything, just, if you can't find them at these stores right now, if you can get online and get them, just get you a couple sets if you can afford it. I try to keep an extra set at home, so when I go home, I know I've got a set right there right now ready to go. So whenever I get done and I go home, I got everything to service my truck with. On my way home, I'm probably going to order another set to have to the house. That way, if I can't get it online, then I can start finding stores that do have it, so I know I got what I need. Alright, travel trailers versus fifth wheels. Let's go over that a little bit. Now, the money and the fuel on that. If you get a big fifth wheel and it's paying $2 a mile, I'm just going to throw numbers out here, and I haven't looked at the board or nothing like that, versus a travel trailer is paying $1.83 a mile. If that fifth wheel is 39 foot and it's heavy versus that trailer that is, we'll say 28 foot, 27 foot, something like that, and it weighs 6,000, 7,000 pounds. We'll just say 10,000. Say it's a toy hauler. You got to be aware of how much money and fuel extra you're going to spend. You may make extra money pulling that big load, but is it going to be worth it in the fuel? If you have choices to pick, just be aware of your choices. Now, the fifth wheel rides better. The fifth wheel is faster to hook up. Whenever you're driving down the road like I am right now, and you'll see that 18-wheeler way off in the distance right there, which is, to me, it's pretty close. But now, if he was passing me and I had a fifth wheel on, it's not going to bother me that bad. And the wind doesn't bother me that bad either on a fifth wheel, unless it's really high, and then it's almost too late. But a travel trailer, if you have on a small travel trailer, you have to be a little bit more careful, because whenever I'm hauling a travel trailer with the bars on, or not, but I always have my bars on, I will get over, see, like right now, I'm getting over and hugging that white line and wait till that truck goes by, because that light camper is going to suck it in. And if you're right over here on a zipper and he passes you and he's close to the zipper too, that's very possible he could suck you in, bring the rear end of that trailer and smack his trailer, and then you got damages. You want to be aware of that. You want to train yourself when you're driving to be careful as far as knowing that the wind and the suction of the 18-wheelers blowing by may move the rear end of that camper. So you always want to train yourself, like you're in the right-hand lane, to stay close. You know, you don't want to drop off the edge or nothing like that, or you don't want the camper to drop off the edge. But just be aware of that. Fifth wheels ride smoother, like I said. But the smaller campers, you may not make as much as money. Like the small fifth wheels, them are gravy loads. But you may not make as much as money with the smaller loads. But I'm finding out, as I'm doing this, I'm not spending the fuel money either. So you just have to figure out. And the way I'm looking at it is, I'm not spending the fuel money, but I'm also saving the wear and tear on my tires and my truck, not having all that weight. I'm making it a little bit more easy. So that's going to be there. And all right, everybody, sorry about that. The camera fell off the phone, or fell down in the floor. But so we'll try to pick up where we left off at. Hopefully it don't screw nothing up. Now, your truck. You have to think on coming doing this. If you buy a brand new truck, when I bought this one, I had 14,000 miles on it. Whenever I started in the RV transport, I had 89,000 miles on it. She's got 269,000 miles on it right now. And I've been doing it for about a year and a month now. You're going to put a lot of miles on your truck if you run hard. If you don't have to have the money, and you don't have to run all the time, then may not. But just be aware, like warranties and everything. 100,000 mile warranty, that's less than a year. If you run hard, that's 7-8 months, 9 months, something like that. So the warranty, that's if you have the 100,000 mile warranty. But you're going to put a lot of miles on a truck. A lot of people are worried about wearing a truck out. I'm worried about that. Like I said, I got this one, and I got one more just in case. I'm gonna bring this one in. May let my wife drive it for a little bit, and I may put a for sale sign on it, and eventually wind up getting later on and see what happens. What happened with the economy and everything. But just be aware, this job right here will put a lot of miles on your vehicle, and you have to keep them up. That's down to the comments, but you have to keep them up. You have to keep the maintenance up on them. Your tires rotate, your oil changed, the transmission fluid, filters, and grease it. Everything that you can do, because that is a high dollar payment you have doing this job. You're a contract driver, and you're your own boss, but you have to take care of your equipment. Just like these other companies out here, these big companies, they have a lot of money. So, but whenever they started off, most everybody starts off small. You gotta work your way up. That's just so. Take care of your truck. That is your livelihood for you, for your family. But you're going to put a lot of miles on it. That is just what's going to happen. So we got that down. Saving money is for breakdowns, which is very important. Keep monies up. Tires and everything are going up just like fuel. The last set of tires I put on this truck were the BF Goodwrench KO2s, and when I first put them on, I hated them. Now I like them. I know the new set, if I go back with them again, that I will hate them until they get broke in, because they were all over the road. And but save money for breakdowns. That's last thing you want to do is start doing this, and your wife, family, kids, everybody that you support, in your household and your truck goes down, and it might be a rear end, it might be a transmission, it might cost $2,000, it might cost $5,000. But the last thing you want to happen is sitting at home with a broke down truck and no way to be able to make money. So if you can, start out saving all you can until you get a nice little nest egg, especially when you're starting out with a brand new truck and you got the warranty. So start out with a nice, build it up, and then when you feel comfortable with that amount, then you can slack off, add more to your household, whatever it is that you need. All right. Being gone home, RV transport, hot shot, trucking, anything got to do with that is not for everybody. You're going to be gone away from home. If you're not the person that wants to be gone away from home a lot, unless you have another income, unless you're retired or something like that, and you're not going to be going home. But if you're depending on this right here for your only income, then you're going to be gone. I'm gone quite a bit. When I go home, I enjoy the time I have with my family, and then I'm back out here trying to put money and food back on the table until I get enough built up, do what I need to do, and then I can go back home. Sometimes, what I try to do is run a California or a big long run, and then run a Florida, go back down. But sometimes I have to stay out 3 and 4 weeks at a time. This before I go back home now, I'm probably going to be out 3 weeks. But I've already been out for a little bit. But make sure that if you love to travel, this may be the job for you. If you hate driving, if you hate traveling, this is not going to be the job for you. If you hate being gone away from home, then this may not be the job for you. You may want to try to find something that you can work from the house or something. But that right there is a big thing. It's like I said before, it is not for everybody. Startup money. Now, whenever I started, this is back when I started. I don't know if prices went up on everything or not, but it cost me around $5,000, $5,500, something like that. Now, you do not have to think you had to have everything right off the bat. Matter of fact, when I started, I didn't have the fifth wheel. I pulled bumper pulls for a few weeks before I could save up the money to go in and get the fifth wheel. But auxiliary tank is very important, and that helps you save money, especially when you get to these places that the fuel is so high. That right there is going to save you a lot of money. So that would be the hitch and the fifth wheel, but definitely will be one of the two things to get. And then you got your inspection you got to do on the truck. You've got your expenses for your tags, your insurance, all that good stuff. You got to have mud flaps and rock guards, and then your transport signs if you want to use it. If you come, they give you stickers. Don't peel them off and put them on your window or put them on your paint. Don't do that. Go get some signs made, or go put some plastic on that or something and put it up in the window until you can afford to get some signs made. But don't peel that sticker off. Number one, it's not going to last. Number two, you just stuck it to your window and your paint. Don't do that. That's really not. I've seen a few of them do that, and it's a mess. So rather get the signs or plastic the stickers, tape them up in the window, something. Alrighty. Which camper to pick? We done kind of went over that in this video already, about if you want the heavy camper, the long camper, the bulky camper versus the little ones. If the big ones pay more, but only paying 10 cents more, is it worth hauling the big camper over hauling the little one? And you figure out on the prices. Like, I've hauled a big one and then come back and got a little one, went to the same place. I made $400, maybe $400 more. I'm throwing numbers out. These are not exact. I'm just throwing numbers out. I may have made $400 more, but I may have spent, more in fuel. Like when I pulled the little one out there, I made $400 less, but I saved $200 in fuel. So is that extra $200 I would have made, is that worth on my truck? Is that worth the heavy pounding that the truck took? Is that worth on my tires? Stuff like that. Because you want to try to take it easy on the truck to make it last as long as you can. So just be aware whenever you're picking loads and things. Test them both out to see what you like better. Now, last one I got on here for today, y'all, is taking care of your truck. We kind of done went over that. Make sure you do the maintenance on your truck. If you're stuck, say you get over there and you're hooking up to a camper, you're stuck in ice or stuck in mud, you're spinning, you can't get out, you're jerking. It's not really a good idea to do that. Get a friend to help you, or if somebody's passing by, ask them to help you. Or if you just can't get it out and there's no one around, get a different load. Just tell them, hey, this right here, I can't get it out, and I'm not going to tear up my truck or the camper to try to get it out. But just kind of use your head, and I don't make these videos to try to say, come on everybody, come and work with RV Transport. And I don't say, hey everybody, come work with Indiana Transport. I just happen to work with Indiana Transport, so I'm not advertising for them at all. I'm just putting the information out there, hopefully just to try to help somebody. That's all I'm trying to do. And that is about all I got for this one. I hope you like this video, and if there's questions or more videos that you want me to make, put down in the comments. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel out. We're trying to grow. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and share it if you like it. So y'all be careful out there. Y'all be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.